And it's a serious look this Indiana team had as they arrived at the arena earlier on. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Orlando Magic.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
So with Randolph on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Lucas is out there with Mutombo. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Curry. And for the Magic, they've got Simmons. Andre Kirilenko is out there with Howard. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Thompson in at the 2. Always exciting to see two teams with bright futures, Greg. Young stars hungry to prove themselves.
And Kevin, the hungrier, the better, if you ask me. When you've got all that youthful energy and ambition out on the court, very special things can happen.
Isaac outside. Pass to Howard. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Lucas with the rebound. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Indiana. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in the win.
We know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
Now here's Simmons. 8 points his last outing. 5 to shoot. Fades. That one goes in.
We hear a lot about the work Simmons is putting into his jump shot. Great to see him make use of it in the game.
Stay out here.
Floats one, and it's sent back by Howard. Simmons against James. Thompson outside. Takes the 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Thompson's got 5 now.
Well, I think this is the start they want to come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Curry fires from way outside. Indiana again missing.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
Halliburton's checked in for Indiana.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Kirilenko. He's been putting up about 4 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
Now here's Curry. 8 points his last outing. Mutombo is screen on Kirilenko. Curry passes to Mutombo. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Dikembe Mutombo able to work through a tough foul and still get the shot up and down.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Orlando leading by 7. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo. The Magic shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Now, here's Curry. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
We know Curry has tremendous vision, and he uses it to tee up his teammates for easy shots.
the pick for Butler. It's stolen by Mutombo. And James with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Smith sets the pick for Butler. Smith right side. Fires the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
That's a big turnaround right there. LeBron answering right back with the 3. He knows momentum is in the balance, and he wants it to swing his way.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for LeBron James. 6th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Nader's checked in for Indiana. Robinson comes in for James. And so Curry will bring it up for Indiana. 7-point differential. Halliburton outside. Here's the screen. Passes it to Nader. And the rejection by Smith.
Always a talented defender. Smith staying active and isn't scared to go after the tough blocks.
And Wembanyama outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Wembanyama's got 7.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Harrison. Hasn't made one yet. Just 5 on the clock. Curry outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
And when you're looking for someone to answer a three-pointer, Steph's probably your guy. He lives to one-up the opponent.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Magic. They lead by 7. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from 3-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
They've got Odom. Klay Thompson is out there with Crawford. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Kirilenko in a power forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. And the pass to Halliburton. Pass to Nader. Here's Tripucka. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Harrison, no good on the 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Back to Kirilenko. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. From 7. It's rebounded by Nader.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are a team on the rise, and their point guard, Tyrese Halliburton, has a lot to do with that. Coach Rick Carlisle said his will to win is spectacular for a young player. He's the motor, the engine who drives our team. People look and say, well, from the watch, he's the head of the snake. He sets the tone for that in a big way. Kevin?
In a big way. High praise. Hey, David, thank you. You know, Clark, I have to say, it seems like the college game has seen a little bit of a shift in recent years. You cover it. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the game, much like the pro game, has become a little more perimeter-centric. The three-point shot has been a huge part of the game's evolution. And so you see more teams playing to space the floor and take advantage of the three-point shot. Not nearly as much back to the basket post play.